my channel. So today I did a tutorial on this foundation look right here. I just did a kind of step-by-step, showed you what I use, how I apply it, everything like that for anybody that would need a step-by-step foundation tutorial. I showed you exactly how to do it. So if you want to know how to do the foundation routine, then
for this tutorial on foundation, I am actually going to do a more talk as I go. Normally I would just do a voiceover on things, but this one I'm going to do a step-by-step so that you guys really understand what I'm talking about. So to start, I prime my face with Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil, and I don't put this everywhere, just because, like I've said a million times before already, and I haven't even had my channel that long. I have a really dry skin. So what I do is I don't know if you guys can see that, I just put like 3 little drops and I just rub them together. I just put it in my T-zone because that is where I am most dry. Then next I go in with Smashbox Primer Water. I'm just gonna let that dry. I use my beauty blender. Oh, by the way, I didn't show you. The Smashbox Primer Water looks like this. So I use this Smashbox BB water, sorry. And mine is in light. I never thought it was light. Well, maybe I am, but I never thought it was. And so I just, right on the back of my hand, I just kind of squeeze it. I use more than one. I usually use 1.5 to 2, just depending on how dry my skin is. I just kind of dab it. Sounded like dang it for a second. Maybe that was just me. I just kind of cool. I'm gonna have to redo my brows because of that. Then I just go in with the ball end of the beauty blender and just start patting. You don't want to drag it, you want to pat it. You never want to drag it, because then you will get streaky lines. Okay. And I think we're good. Okay. So now I am going to go in with concealer. And for this, excuse me, real quick, I brought my Top Care makeup wipes in so I can get the stuff off of my hands, because I needed it. Okay. So next I'm going to go on with concealer. Okay, so this is the Lancome concealer. This is a pretty good concealer. It's expensive, so by any means, use what you got. Use what you can get. Please don't go out and buy this. I wouldn't root and rave about it that much, but I used it. I bought it. It's not terrible. And for my skin, for some reason, if I drag this concealer brush like this, it would ruin my makeup, so. And then I just go in with my beauty blender. And I actually do this first, and before I set the rest of my concealer, I go in and, or before I blend in the rest of my concealer, I go and I actually set my concealer that I put underneath my eyes. This is the Lorac Pro, and I am going to go in with a mixture between these two, the beige and the banana yellow highlight. And for this, I'm using my trusty Kat Von D brush. I'm telling you, this thing is everything. This is what it looks like. I'm going to take this end, and I go more into the yellow than I do with the white, but you can figure out your preference. And I just kind of go underneath and dab. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with the banana powder. Just the banana powder this time. And set the rest of my face. You could use both for the rest of your face. I just did both for the under eyes because I really need the highlight under there because I have really, really, really bad dark circles. Okay, now for the rest of my face, this works just as good as the Laura Mercier powder, and this is the Maybelline new Master Fix, and this just came out this year, 2016. And it does work really well as a translucent powder, so I use this, and I use for this, it's just the Eco Tools blush brush. It looks like this. And I just kind of go like this to the rest of my face. And you'll notice probably on camera that this is going to mattify my face some. Hopefully I'm not doing too bad. Okay. So next, what I'm going to do is contour. Going back to the Lorac Pro. And as you can see, because there's a dent in the pan, I use the light contour. And I actually, let me get my bra strap. Sheesh. I actually use both the deep and medium contours as eyeshadows because I'll never use them. I mean, the medium I use rarely, maybe in the summertime when I'm a little bit more tan, but the deep contour, definitely use it for an eyeshadow. One of my eyeshadow tutorials I'll probably show you will be with both of these, and that's good for any palette. Like if you find like a lot of palettes that are contour palettes, they have like 6 of them in there, you're like, well, I'm never going to use like half of those. Just think of it as an eyeshadow. You could use it as an eyeshadow even though it doesn't match your skin tone. Just a note, which is nice. Okay, so for this, I'm going to go back to my Shade and Light palette, or Shade and Light brush. Let me get my face out of there so you can actually see it. Okay, and for this you can do either. You can do it like this to get a nice and so for this is kind of going to be a contour tutorial. You want to follow the top of your ear and go down. So I have really high apples for my cheeks, so I stay within that line. Now I'm not going to have a deep contour and have it come all the way down because then you'll have like a really structured, shaped out face. I usually just bring mine to about here. But you can either do it like this, or you could take it and just kind of like cut the line out. I have noticed that I like to cut the line out and then go and blend it back in, which is why I love this brush being a dual brush. So you just take a little, tap it off. You just kind of brush it on there. You see that? And I always go light before I go back. I just kind of fade it out on the end, okay? And then I'll go in, just kind of brush it up. What I do is I take this fluffy side again, and I just go and kind of bronze the top of my head. And you don't have to do this necessarily. I just think I have a little bit of a big forehead. And then another trick to do is to go right underneath my lips. And the reason I do that is because it makes you have like a more pouty lip, because it gives that shadow. And then what I do is I take this side of the brush, go back in with the light contour, and just kind of dust it. Now highlights last. So I have these little mini blushes from Too Faced, and I'm just gonna put that ever so lightly on the apples of my cheeks. And like I've said before, I have huge apples, so. I don't know if you guys can see this much on camera, but it looks really pretty. It's like a purpley, pinky tone. And then what I do is I go in with a duo fiber brush, and this is from e.l.f. Oh, sorry, by the way, this is an IT Cosmetics fluff brush. I go in with this duo fiber brush by e.l.f. I think it was like $1. And I just go and I blend in between the blush and the contour. And then finally it's highlight time. So excited, it's my favorite. And I take this big fluffy brush. I could care less if it's too big. I love this brush and I use it for everything. So I just go in with a little bit. I start off with a little bit and then I build on top of that. But you could probably see. Highlight bling. Just trying to be a little funny. But look at that, guys. Do you see that? Oh, gorgeous. And then I just take like one or two. Oh, this is the shimmer in the Lorac, by the way. The shimmer highlight. And then for this, you go on top of your Cupid's bow. So you get a highlight there and a contour here. That makes sense. And I didn't do this today, so I'm going to do it now. Just highlighting my brow bone. Okay. And that is it. So this is my foundation routine and kind of setting my entire face besides my eyes. Also, the last thing that I do is I take the Boscia White Charcoal Mattifying Makeup Setting Spray. And you don't want to move when you have makeup on until this is all dry, because that's the purpose of it. Like, you can move your eyes, but that's it. You don't want to like let your eyelashes fall and like touch. Like if you had falsies on right now, girl, you would not want to move them. Alright guys, so that is it. This is my foundation routine. I really hope that you liked it, and I hope that it was helpful for you new beginners, and if not, I hope that everybody else liked it as well. If you have any questions or anything, just comment down below and let me know, and please like the video if you liked it, and please also subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.